My name is Kwame Aboa. I'm here with Kwabna. He will introduce himself.
My name is Kwabena Kashko. You can Google Kwabena Kashko. I represent a brand called 699W in Ghana. We do TV adverts, we do documentaries, we do billboards, we manage events, we do clothing as well. I mean, we're into the creative arts. Kwabena Kashko for 699W. 2022 December, we have the Hamatan collection coming out. It is a clothing line, you should come there, come and see. The location is One Corner Gardens, and then we do another one probably somewhere else. Stay tuned to Ashan TV.
One Corner Gardens.
Yes.
Don't forget One Corner Gardens. Yeah, my name is also Kwame Aboa. As you guys know me already, it's the first time I'm actually, seeing Kwame Aboa. Ashan, we have a motto and we're killing two birds with one stone. As you can see, we're doing different type of programs on this channel, and this is one of them. As you can see, not just the programs. We do sell, we do buy, we do create, so many things. That's what now has already spilled over that hour, as you can see. Me personally, I'm also an estate agent in London and also trying to branch out in Ghana. So I think we've been testing the ground. I think that the last video I think we talked about real estate, and I think we were talking about how real estate people should actually link with.
Customers, people want to build houses but do not have much capital at a go. We were saying, we're deliberating on how there should be like a payment system or an agreement with the banks or financial institutions where you get to pay the value of the commodity you want, whether lighting, automated gates, whether CCTV, whether sofas, anything to do with real estate and building. So when you finish paying and the time is up, there should be a law or there should be an arrangement where you can go and get the value of what you paid for. Do you understand?
Well, I found that to be interesting anyway. I think if the country is stable, I think that will work. So I think that's what we talked about. So if you can go back and just watch that. Today we are going to talk about
Rent.
Rent in
Yes.
Ghana. Rent in Ghana. And I think it's interesting from that because since I'm actually too keen to get more knowledge from you on the rent side because I'm now getting into Ghana properties renting and selling and that sort of stuff. So how's the rent goes in Ghana? I know 1 year, 2 years.
I know the right authority, when we talk about rent, is rent control. So if there's anything anybody wants to know about rent or landlord tenancy agreement stuff, is rent control. But what I have personally experienced, or I can personally speak for myself in relation to rent, which some people can take objectively, it's, in Ghana, when you are renting a shop or even an apartment, they ask for 2 years, 5 years, 3 years advance. And I think, I'm speaking for myself though, sometimes you don't have that bulk money sitting there to be put into rent. You would prefer a situation where you pay maybe 3 months and then you move in, and then you'll be paying as you go. Yes. But then if there's anything they can do about it where people can rent properties and not pay like 5 years advance or 3 years advance, which is a little bit heavy.
It is extreme.
And you don't want it to be a sort of a loan where you take from the bank, where there'll be an interest charged on it. We are advocating or bringing to mind if there could be an agreement between a financial institution and somebody wants to rent a property and then the property owner, where there's a deal, you pay like 3 months, move and then you spread the rest, you pay as you go. So it doesn't have to be a financial burden on anybody.
I think it's well, I won't say it's bad because at the end of the day, people are doing it.
Do you know anybody doing it?
Oh, as in, I know people that are paying 2 years. I know people that are comfortable paying 1 year.
Yeah, 5 years, 10 years. Yeah, everybody's doing that's regular here.
I know people are yeah. So some people prefer it like that. Some people might say, well, okay, fine, maybe let me just pay in advance so I don't spend the money or whatever. Let me just pay my rent in advance. And other people might also don't have all that money, and they might also want to pay maybe 3 months as you suggested, or maybe 1 month, or whatever. You still get your money same way anyway. So I think it's something that they should actually just look at based on the landlord and the tenant relation.
Yeah.
Basically, tenant relation, and perhaps maybe advise some of the landlords to be more lenient
Right.
when it comes to the rent, depending on the it depends on the client, because I personally, as an example, wanted to get a shop, and at the time I didn't have all the 2 years that the man was looking for, but I really wanted a shop, and I knew that if I take it for a year, I'll be able to pay the man like even more.
Right.
But he wouldn't let me even move in if I didn't have the 2 years. Okay, so I know how frustrating that can actually be. What if that man was reasonable to say, okay, fine, let me look at your circumstances, let me look at your business, and let me analyze what you're doing and see if there's potential in what you're doing to actually gain profit or to be able to pay my rent or whatever. Then, consider. So I think it's to do with yes, rent control should actually get involved, especially if you're considering with people who doesn't have money at all.
Right.
Right.
Or people caught up in a system where they don't have much strong savings, so they can afford to pay some and then pay on the regular.
Continue to pay.
But not put like $5,000, like $5,000 a month, $5,000 a year, 60K. People don't have 60K lying there, just put in like a year rent. So there should be a way.
It's really, really positive initiative. For me now, for example, one of the reasons why I think some landlords will be happy is because I'm a new landlord now, in Ghana.
Property owner, yeah.
I'm new. Okay, first right now the property is not even completed yet. It's almost done. I need to do decorations. I need to sort of put in the tiling in the living room and in the bedroom and the toilet. Right now, as it stands now, I would wish somebody would pay even 5 years in advance.
Ching ching. Right.
So I can actually use it to complete the place for the person quickly, and the person can actually move in. So it depends. It depends on the relation, the landlord and the tenant relation. And at the same time, I'm also reasonable. I wouldn't mind taking my time to finish my own place, and I can meet the actual tenant who doesn't even have the 2 years. Perhaps maybe I can actually see reasons with them. Right now, I want the 5 years or the 2 years because of my current state of where I feel like maybe I can invest the money in the property quickly.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
In my current state now, but if I'm settled right now, if I'm actually just settled and the property is already done, without going through getting the tenant involvement or whatever, and I meet a tenant. Perhaps the tenant says, okay, landlord, I really like the place. Look, I work here, I work there, I'll be able to pay this rent on a monthly basis if you let me take the property. I think I wouldn't mind also getting monthly payment.
Only when you've been able to raise the money and completed the place, and you are not cash strapped, and you don't need money urgently, you wouldn't mind going to the terms we're talking about.
So that is why yes, rent control has to really look into it, and of course, really trying to enforce some landlords and other tenants and actually give some kind of leniency to the tenants a little bit, because I think one way or the other is the tenants that sort of suffers here, in a sense.
In a way, to landlords who can say they're suffering, because for them to be able to acquire building materials and
it's not easy.
That bulk money to put into a building,
it is not easy.
And the building is complete. You are just coming to live in there, and you can't even pay. No hell. So landlords and tenants have to come together and
come to some kind of agreement.
But we need you, the viewers. We need you, the listeners. You can put your comments down there. You can subscribe to Ashan TV. We talk about human stuff that people go through every day.
Realistic stuff.
Yes. For now, this season is about real estate. Yes. The last episode we spoke about there should be a situation where you can have an agreement with manufacturing companies into real estate, like cement companies or iron rods, or even anything to do with decor, where you complete payment and then you get the product later. And we are here again talking about rent, how there should be a situation where tenants are able to pay some and move in, and not rather pay 5 years, 10 years.
That's extreme.
And then Kwame was saying that him being a new property owner or landlord in Ghana, he needs that bulk cash, like maybe 120 grand or 250 grand to put into these apartments, buying iron rods, finishing the place up, lighting, electricity, connecting CCTV, keeping you, the occupier or the tenant, safe. He also wishes there was a situation where he can have the bulk cash, property to the project, and not rather put the cash burden on the tenant.
Yeah.
So if there should be a manufacturing company or a financial institution
working alongside,
who can work alongside property owners,
we can all work together, and of course also help the tenants at the same time. It's just a matter of just working together, basically.
Right.
So it's a really good something that I think the government and the country is supposed to be looking at, because we're also looking at it from the other side.
Right. Both sides. Killing the motto of this channel is killing two birds with one stone,
yes.
where everybody wins.
Yes.
The one who has the stone wins, the one shooting the stone wins.
Yes.
The bird is even winning.
Yes.
Because there might be a tiger out there.
You never know.
All right. So we'll go for a break, we'll come back, and then we'll continue to talk about rent in Ghana. Thank you all.
Rent in Ghana.